What is going on, everyone? It is Mark here with another video, and today we are going to be talking about Apple's latest announcements that happened just a few days ago, early, mid-ish, late-ish March 2019. There's a few items here that are exciting, there's a few items that I don't really understand, but we will go through all of them and I'll share my opinion and hopefully maybe clarify some of the questions that I've been getting over the past couple of days in regards to this. That being said, if you are new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, and if you are already a subscriber, hit that notification bell, because YouTube really doesn't know how to let you know that there's a new video on the channel. So hit that button and hopefully you'll get a notification, because that also does not 100% work all the time. So earlier this week, Apple announced a bunch of kind of subscription-based services, not so much hardware. There was a little bit of hardware like we're gonna get into, but essentially they wanna get your money a little bit differently than just the hardware way. They wanna provide that monthly subscription-based, similar to Apple Music, just kind of cross-platform. So let's get into it. I'm gonna use the word controversial very loosely for this kind of scenario, and that is the Apple Card. So Apple has released a credit card. There has been a lot of people talking about how this isn't anything special, but let me tell you, there are a few things that Apple Card does a little bit differently, in my opinion a little bit better, or theoretically better, because no one actually has this card yet, no one really knows how it works, but in theory, it should be a lot more user-friendly, a lot easier for us, the consumer, to use, pay back, and understand what is going on. So you are able to use it wherever Apple Pay is available, and that's pretty much a big majority of places now that take debit credit. There's definitely no shortage of places where you can use this. So the biggest visual difference that you are going to get from any other credit card company is the way the analytics and all of that fun stuff is displayed to you. They use lots of graphs, colors, tables, and you can actually locate where you are purchasing all your things. With all that kind of technology in the background, the way that they display that, it's very easy for you to identify something that you didn't actually purchase and able to kind of note down where it is literally by using maps. And I'll show you exactly where it is, and it's very easy for us, the consumer, to take a look and actually analyze our spendings, and that's what they're kind of going for. So let me just really quickly touch base on the reward system. It is a cashback system. No, that is not a new concept, this cashback situation, but the way they offer it is, so they give it to you every single day, and that's going to be based on 2% cashback wherever you use your Apple credit card, and 3% if you use it on an Apple product. So for example, say this laptop costed me $1,000, I purchased it with my Apple credit card, I'm gonna get $30 back by the end of the day. And what they do is they put it on your cash card, which is essentially, you can use it at a grocery store, Starbucks, whatever the case may be, you can use it like cash. So that's a huge feature, you get it right away, you don't have to wait 30 days. They're advertising this with no fees, no hidden fees, none of that kind of stuff. All you have to do is sign up on your iPhone, and within minutes you are eligible to have one of these Apple credit cards. If you're that old school kind of person and you want that physical card, you can get yourself a nice titanium card, no number, nothing like that, very sleek, probably very nice and very elegant like all of Apple's hardware. The next thing I want to talk about is the AirPods 2.0. They are currently on the way. They're going to be arriving here between April 2nd and April 7th. Why? I don't know, don't ask questions, but once I get them, I will unbox them and give you guys a review. But a quick synopsis, they look the same, they sound the same, they have wireless charging and an H1 chip to make everything work a lot better. That is literally a 15 seconds, how long was that? 5 seconds synopsis of AirPods 2.0. The next thing I'm a little bit excited about is the Apple TV. So Apple TV is now going to be an application that can be applied to a lot of different services and mediums. They're going to be putting it on Samsung, LGs, Vizios, Roku, Amazon Fire TVs. All of these stuff are going to have now Apple TV. It's basically a place that can condense all of your kind of movies, TV shows, HBO, all of this stuff, and kind of just condense it into one spot. That being said, they're also releasing Apple TV Plus. What is that? It's the Netflix of Apple TV. So this is the whole originals Apple TV thing. They have a lot of very famous and very high quality people coming and creating these originals. They have a ton of celebrities kind of putting their energies and efforts into Apple TV Plus and their originals. What's it gonna be? I'm not quite sure. And then even the previews are a little bit confusing. Anyways, moral of the story is they have Oprah and no one gets Oprah. So it's exciting. So one thing I didn't really care too much about is the Apple News Plus. This is again a subscription-based service where you can bring magazines to your Apple News apps. You got 300 plus magazines. There's some fancy features like live kind of displays and stuff like that. But the biggest thing I got out of all of this is that they use on-device intelligence to kind of help you weave through all these magazines. What that means is, one, Apple doesn't know what you are reading, what you are looking at, and that also means that advertisers and all of those evil people trying to focus on what you're trying to do and see and how you react to certain things don't see it. So that means that you're kind of secure, that you're on your own essentially, but that on-device intelligence will help you weave through a bunch of articles. Is that going to be any good? Are you going to miss out on articles you would normally read? I don't know. No one knows. It's still not out yet. So that is coming very shortly. And will I subscribe? Probably not. I get my whole news outlets kind of from online sources already, and I'm a huge fan of that. So I don't think I will be purchasing that. But that being said, you are a little bit safer from those advertisers. And the last thing I want to bring up is, of course, the Apple Arcade. What is this? I'm a little confused, to be honest. What I understand from this is that it's going to be essentially 100 plus games that you can bring from mobile to your desk to your living room, between all of your devices. They look a lot like PG rated games, mobile driven. You're going to be able to pick up and drop the game multi-platform. One thing that they again emphasized was the fact of your security. They will not be able to see how you play the game, what games you play without your explicit consent. So that is a lot of things they announced this week. What I gathered from all this information is that Apple is very much pushing your kind of discreet kind of browsing of their hardware and their applications. They don't want to sell your information to advertisers. I'm a huge fan of that. As much as I love that kind of localized advertising, it is really creepy when you're talking to somebody and all of a sudden you're on Instagram and Bob is your uncle. That exact thing that you were talking about is there. Half the time freaks me out, other times I click it and it's great. But I'm a huge fan of that kind of discreet kind of situation going on. Moral of the story is that that's what they announced. I'm looking forward to getting my AirPods too. I'm looking forward to Apple TV. And once the Apple Card is in Canada, I will probably be getting it just because cash back right away, no fees. I'm a fan of that. Anyways, hope you liked that video. If you did, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button down below. If you have any other questions related to the Apple announcement or just in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. And for now, thank you, and I will see you on the next one.